Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. My name is Corinne Bracis. I'm owner of Hot Fitness Health, and you are listening to 8 ways to feel comfortable in your body and sexy in your jeans. So I hope you find these tips useful, and the first one that I just love is banishing negative thoughts. Now, whenever you have a negative thought, whether it be I am too fat, I'm too skinny, I am too this, I am too that, I don't have this, I don't have that, I hate this, I hate that. You are giving power to everything you don't want in your life. So, if you've taken nothing else away from this, if you currently want to lose 50 pounds, telling yourself day in and day out that you are so fat and that you're never going to lose, keyword being never going to lose 50 pounds, I can promise you, you will not lose those 50 pounds. We work hard for things that we love. If we can't love ourselves, we're not going to work hard to get ourselves to where we want to actually be. So, tip number 1, lose the negative thoughts. Number 2, get moving. That means every single day. I do not mean intense exercise, because I have stated in one of my other seminars that if you aren't at the gym, 5 days a week right now, it's completely unrealistic to expect to be there 6-7 days if you haven't been there in months. What I mean by that is if you can walk for 10 minutes, walking. Take your dog out, take your kids out, take anybody out, but just go for a walk. If you can go to the gym, great. Do a little bit more than whatever you're currently doing. Tip number 3. This one has really, a lot of people really like this. It's positive affirmations and visualizations. It's great to have positive thoughts, but to have a fleeting positive thought of I'm wonderful isn't really going to sink in if you're not constantly seeing it, if you're not constantly, did you write it down somewhere? Are you taking the time to sit back and visualizing yourself doing it, what you want to do? Weight loss. If you want to lose 30 pounds, have you imagined yourself the way you look when you're 30 pounds lighter? Do you sit in? Does it really feel like that's happening, like it's already happened? Do you tell yourself, I'm beautiful, I'm gorgeous, I'm going to get to wherever it is that I need to go, I'm going to do whatever it is I need to do because I can do this, because I know I can do this? Are you giving yourself that positive pep talk every day? Number 4, set small, reasonable goals. This is something I had covered in 5 bad habits that are stopping you from your ideal body. Small goals are the way to go. If you are at the gym, no times, you haven't been there in months, tell yourself you're going to go 1 to 2 times a week for 20 minutes. It's a lot easier, and set a day. I personally love to set days, so it just helps with the structure. Let's say Mondays you have a crazy schedule, but Tuesdays you could be there at 8 a.m. Promise yourself that you're going to be there every Tuesday at 8 a.m. And let's just say Fridays at 5 p.m. You can go for 20 minutes. Okay, Tuesdays and Fridays at 5, Tuesdays at 8 a.m., Fridays at 5 p.m. Those are your days. You have to be accountable for getting there. Pretend like you are your own boss, because you are. So set small and reasonable goals. Number 5, I love this one. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. And what I mean by that is if you have a piece of cake, if you had 5 cookies, if you skipped a week at the gym, deep breaths, and get back on the horse. Sitting there and beating yourself up, and then going back to the negative thoughts and saying, oh my God, I cannot believe I did this. I'm such a horrible person. I have no self-control. All those really bad things you always say to yourself. It's not going to make it better. In fact, it's probably going to make that piece of cake continue on. You're going to end up having the rest of the pie, whatever. It's not a good look. So just regroup. Remember that you're human. Remember that it's just cake. It's just cake. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean you're a horrible person. It doesn't mean you don't have self-control. It just means that you're human. And think back. Was there something about, did you not eat all day? I'm sorry, a big one. Are you about to get your period? That's huge. Hormones fluctuate. It fluctuates how we feel. It fluctuates. I'm always craving more sugar around that time of the month. Are you very stressed out about something? Did you not sleep properly the night before? Sleep is another big one. If I don't sleep the night before, it always disrupts my eating patterns the next day. So just something to keep in mind. Don't automatically go to you're an awful person, you have no self-control. Think about what you could have done differently, what made you do what you did, and how can you better prepare for next time. Number 6. This, for somebody who, number 6, cut out the binging. For somebody such as myself that did a lot of yo-yo dieting, I was always kind of putting on a facade in front of people. I, love my salads, and then I was so unhappy with who I was that I would then go home and, eat 3 loaves of bread and 6 cakes. The binging is not only very self-destructive, it's also 100% stopping you to wherever you need to be. No amount of salads or vegetables will ever make up for the 5,000 calorie binge that you can have in the comfort of your own home, or even if it's in public. It's not possible. It doesn't balance out. If you find that time and time again you are binging, take a deep look at what else is going on there. There are so many great publications that help with emotional eating. If you have any questions, feel free to email me directly. I have read a lot of good books that I could recommend to you. It's such a big thing that needs to be overcome. Any type of binging in any form, whether you're happy, sad, depressed, if you are going to food for comfort, it needs to be addressed, because that could be probably and possibly the number one thing that is holding you back from losing weight. Number 7. This is a good one. Cut down on stress. A lot of people tell me I'm so stressed out and there's nothing I can do about it. I do believe that stress causes cortisol. Cortisol causes belly fat. Sometimes you can't always do something about your stress. Possibly you're going through a divorce, or maybe you're losing your job, or maybe you hate your job. Those aren't necessarily things that you can do in that present moment to switch, to get out of a non-stressful situation. But how we take the stress in, how we deal with it, how we let it process throughout our bodies, that's what makes the difference. One of my favorite things that has always helped me is Kundalini Yoga. Oh my goodness, I can't say enough great things about it. When I'm very, very, very stressed, taking that time to meditate, taking that time to just take a deep breath, reflect, sit, and see where I'm at, that's huge for me. And it's not always about reacting to a problem. It's just about accepting what's happening, understanding your feelings about it, and then figuring out a way to deal with it that's best for you. Okay, tip number 8, final tip, is be happy today. I know that sounds really like frou-frou-y, but it's the truth. If you're trying to lose weight, if you hate your body, telling yourself that you look like crap every day is not helping. Be okay with the way you look now. I know a lot of the diet books, they tell you to, buy a pant size that's like 5 sizes under, or whatever you want your ideal pant size to be, blah, blah, blah. I don't really like that. I have done it in the past. I end up getting very frustrated and then throwing out the pants. I don't really like that. I like to maybe, reward myself with, I love to buy new gym clothes. So even if I'm not feeling like super great about going to the gym or super great about myself, when I was almost 160 pounds, one of the things that I did was just cut myself some slack, and I needed to learn how to be happy in my own skin at that present moment without, sitting there stressing out about, I'm 30 pounds over what I normally am, and this is so, I'm never going to lose this weight. But just being like, you know what, I'm happy I have 2 legs. I'm happy I'm alive. And feeling sexy in that particular moment, in that particular weight. And the more accepting I became of myself, the more it just gradually fell off. So those are my 8 tips for today. Thank you again for joining me. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me directly at kbrisese@gmail. It's KBRISCESE@gmail. Love to hear from you, and I hope you found these helpful. Thank you.